Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you everyone? Fine? Okay, good. I'm also fine. Okay, now we will meet again, and then this time we are going to discuss about English 3. It's about simple and compound sentence. We are going to use the big data term for the simple and compound sentences. This meeting consists of structure, speaking, reading, listening, and listening. And structure, we are going to discuss about simple and compound sentence. And speaking, we are going to discuss about the capacity of my gadget. And then the reading, we will talk about big data used to predict the future. And then the last one, listening, we will talk about big data history and current consideration. But today, this meeting, we just want to talk about the structure, simple and compound sentence. For the speaking, reading, and listening, I will give you as a task. Okay. Okay. The learning objective of this meeting, there are. After studying this meeting, you are able to use simple and compound sentence orally and written, and then to create simple and compound sentence, and to understand reading text about future big data used to predict the future. And last learning objective, to understand listening session about big data, history, and current consideration. Why is it important to study simple and compound sentence? Because if in our writing, too many simple sentences and can make our writing sound choppy. And if there are too many compound sentences, can make our writing difficult to follow. So we need to combine with simple sentences and also compound sentences. Therefore, we should vary our sentences by making some long and some others short. So we don't only use short sentence or long sentences only in our writing. And last, it will help make our writing interesting and coherent. Okay, now we will discuss about simple sentence pattern. Simple sentence, there are kind of formulas. First, there is one subject, one verb, and one object. For example, big data needs big memory. Big data is a subject, and then needs is a verb, and big memory is an object. And the second formula, the second pattern is double subject. The formula use the double subject. For example, you and I increase the computer performance. So you and I as a subject, and then the increase as a verb, and the computer performance as an object. And this one is still simple sentence. And use double verb. We need to know and understand about big data. So we is a subject, need to know and understand is a verb. So we use two verbs, and then big data is an object. And next, use double subject and double verbs. So in simple sentence, we also can use double verbs and double subject. For example, the student and the lecturers should learn and practice the technology. So this is longer, right? The sentence is longer. And then the last pattern, double subject, double verb, and double object. For example, my friend and I have to copy and paste all the data and file to the computer and laptop. So, which one is the subject? That are my friends and I, that is a subject, to subject, and then have to copy and paste, that is a verbs, two verbs, and all the data and file, that is object, and then to the new computer and laptop that is indirect object. So we use two kind of objects. Okay, next. Okay, now we continue to the compound sentence. I hope you understand already about simple sentence. Okay, now it's compound sentence. Compound sentence is a sentence that joins two simple sentences together with a comma, semicolon, and conjunction. Usually, conjunction is known as a fan voice. Simple sentence also we call it as a independent clause. Okay, then next. This is the pattern of the compound sentence. So usually in compound sentence we know the term about independent clause and dependent clause. But this compound sentence use only independent clause. The patterns are I see is construction from independent clause plus conjunction. The conjunction is a pen voice plus independent clause or simple sentence plus conjunction plus simple sentence. And another pattern is independent clause plus comma plus independent clause. And the next pattern, independent clause plus semicolon plus independent clause. And the last, let me show you about the conjunction that used in the compound sentence. It is known as one voice. One voice is contraction from for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. So to make easier for you to memorize about the conjunction that used in compound sentence, so we shorten with one voice. Okay, these are the summary of compound sentence using for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay, for I need to upgrade my computer's memory, for it is not enough to store big data. Okay, so I need to upgrade my computer's memory is a first independent clause, and then for is a conjunction, and it is not enough to store big data is the second independent clause, or simple sentence plus simple sentence we put the conjunction. And then the next example using as a conjunction. It is a big data company and it uses location data. So the first independent clause or the first simple sentence is it is a big data company, and then we use and as a conjunction, and it uses location data. This one is second simple sentence or second independent clause. And now we use nor as a conjunction in our example. He cannot store the big data to his laptop, nor can he store the big data to his computer. So the first independent clause or the first simple sentence is he cannot store the big data to his laptop, nor can he store the big data to his computer. Okay, so you know already, right, which one is the independent clause? Yeah, you have to know. You have to find the conjunction. The conjunction is nor. So before nor or after nor, that is the independent clause. Okay, and then using but. He now focuses on high performance computing, but I focus on big data in cloud. Okay, this one using but and independent clause. The first one is he now focuses on high performance computing, and then the second one I focus on big data in cloud. Okay, the next example is using or. We have to buy a new computer, or we can upgrade our old computer. The first independent clause is we have to buy a new computer, and then the second independent clause or the second simple sentence is we can upgrade our old computer. And in the next example, we use yet. yet is almost the same with but. They learn about the big data, yet they don't understand the function of it. Okay, yet is a conjunction, and then the first simple sentence or the first independent clause is they learn about the big data, yet they don't understand the function of it. The second sentence is from they, so they don't understand the function of it. And then the last example, that is using what is there? So. Okay, so as a conjunction. The numerical analysis is typical, so we need to learn it. And then let's see which one is the simple sentence. Yes, the numerical analysis is typical. That is the first simple sentence or independent clause. And then the second one is we need to learn it. Don't forget to put comma before the conjunction. Okay. Okay. That's it about the structure. Now, what about the speaking session? As I told you that there is also about speaking session, but in this session you are going to make a dialogue about the capacity of my gadget. So please find your partner, and then the dialogue should contain the 10 questions and 10 answers. Please memorize your dialogue as we present it in front of the class. Okay, so this is your task. Please create your own dialogue. You ask your friend, then friend answer your question, then about the capacity of my gadget. So after that you submit it to me. What about the reading session? The reading session, please read and record your voice while you were reading the text. So please find the reading text in the module, and then you have to read and record with your handphone and underline the simple and compound sentence that you found in the reading text. What about the listening session? This one also is your task. Okay, so we'll discuss it in the class. In this session, please listen the audio carefully about big data, history, and current consideration. And then answer the question whether the question is correct. If the question is incorrect, so please correct it by giving the right information. Understand, everybody? Your task is about there are how many tasks you have? 3, right? Reading, listening, and speaking. Okay, I hope you understand about the matter of this meeting. That is very easy actually, very basic, simple sentence and compound sentence. Usually we use this kind of sentence in daily activity. Okay, I think enough for today. Thank you for your attention. See you next meeting. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.